Hope, it's now been 1 year since a series of stabbings shook the city of Davis and put the quiet college town on edge for days. 2 people were killed and another was seriously hurt. The first stabbing was the night of April 27th, 2023. 50-year-old David Breaux was killed. The second, on April 29th, claimed the life of UC Davis student Kareem Abu Najm. 65-year-old Kimberly Guillory was the third victim. She was stabbed 3 times on May 1st, but survived. And today, people are now coming together to remember the victims. KCRA 3's Orko Mana is live in Davis tonight. Orko, you spoke with the sister of that first victim. What is she saying?
Yeah, Brittany, she tells me even though it was a year ago, she still feels like the death of her brother, David Breaux, is fresh. And I met with her here at what's called the Compassion Bench at 3rd and C Streets in Davis. It's where David spent a lot of time inspiring the community. His sister and those who live here don't want David or any of the victims to be forgotten.
It was the most shocking thing that's ever happened in my life.
365 days later, but still processing the pain.
This past year has been rough.
Maria Breaux continues to grieve the loss of her younger brother, David. He was the first victim in a series of violent stabbings in Davis that gripped the community 1 year ago.
There's still a very large amount of disbelief that goes along with all of it.
Known as the Compassion Guy, David would often sit on this bench at the corner of 3rd and C Streets. Maria spending today at the place her brother called home.
I didn't know how I would feel coming to the Compassion Bench, but immediately just started crying.
Maria remembers David for who he was.
Hilarious, fun, warm.
And she wants others to remember him for what he stood for.
When we hear David's name, I would love for people to think of compassion. That's why he sat here, because he, on this bench specifically, which is a monument to compassion in the city of Davis, and he symbolized that.
As a way to honor David, this is now called the Compassion Corner. Right across the street is the Davis Farmers Market at Central Park. The bustling crowds and food vendors, a far cry from exactly 1 year ago. David was stabbed at Central Park on April 27th, 2023. Detectives and caution tape sprawled across the heart of the city.
Walked right by when the crime scene happened, right? The police were there.
Yolo County Supervisor Lucas Frericks lives just a few blocks away and says he got to know David.
He was somebody that I think we all should try to emulate and sort of model. I mean, the world could use more compassion, that's for sure.
The second stabbing happened just 2 days later on April 29th. UC Davis student Kareem Abu Najm killed at Sycamore Park, just feet away from his home. He was only a month away from graduation. And on May 1st, Kimberly Guillory was stabbed in her tent at a homeless camp. She survived, residents vowing to keep the victims in their thoughts.
There's just many, many ways in which this community has sort of come together and rallied over the course of the last year to make sure that we will never forget all the contributions that they provided to us in our community.
Every moment of every day, almost, I've just felt him and thought about him.
Maria hoping to create a lasting legacy from what her brother started.
Today I'm in a good place and resolved to continue David's work in the ways that I now have.
And Maria tells me she's working on writing a book to keep the message of David's compassion alive. The city is encouraging people to continue coming to this bench today to stop and reflect on what David stood for. And on Monday night, a memorial bench for Kareem Abu Najm, the second person killed, will be unveiled. The bike path from Sycamore Lane to the overcrossing will also be renamed in his honor. His family is expected to be there and say a few words. And it's clear today, just from being out here, that the community will never forget those 2 people who passed away. Reporting live in Davis tonight, Orko Mana, KCRA 3 News.
And nice to see someone sitting now on that bench. Orko, thank you for your report. The suspected killer, Carlos Dominguez, was initially found not competent to stand trial and spent months at a state hospital. But back in January, he is found competent by a state doctor. Dominguez has been in court several times since then. He is expected back in court in June, at which point they could set a date for trial.